everyone, my name is Nancy Halter and I am a barista with Java Momma. I've been with Java Momma for almost 4 years now, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite breakfast smoothie options. Today I'm going to be making the strawberry banana smoothie for you. Don't mind the noise in the background. I have a couple of dogs and some cats, so you may hear some barking, some running around, or see some little critters behind me, but I apologize ahead of time. So strawberry banana smoothie for you today. What I am going to be using is our French vanilla coffee. I got the auto drip here. I prefer to order the auto drip. You can definitely order the French press. That one is the more standard one to use with the cold brews, because you're not getting that super fine coffee powder that you would if you were using your coffee pot. What I like to do is, because I like to use that in my coffee pot as well, I use our cloth steeping bags that are available on the website, and I use this to cold brew my coffees because it will catch all those fine particles and it won't get into your coffee. So I've got my cold brewed coffee, the French vanilla here. I cold brewed mine for about 24 hours. So I put this in the fridge last night. For the smoothies or for baking, cooking, anything I'm doing with my coffee outside of drinking it, I prefer to cold brew it for 24 hours just so it's a little bit stronger. Typically it's 12 to 18 hours and you're good to go. But I like it a little smoother because you're adding other ingredients and it'll get a little diluted there. So I've got the French vanilla going. For the strawberry banana smoothie, you can be creative with coffee choices. You don't have to stick with French vanilla. You don't have to stick with any of the basics. I pulled a few coffees that I had in stock that also would go well with it. So a couple of months ago, we had our strawberry shortcake coffee. That would go great with this smoothie. We also had the chocolate cake bake-off. I'm also going to be adding some peanut butter powder, some chocolate peanut butter powder for a little extra protein in the smoothie. So the chocolate flavored coffee would go great with that. If you don't have any of the limited editions, you could do Death by Chocolate, any of those, even hazelnut, any of the coffee flavors really. Since we've got the banana in there, you could do the Banana Wan coffee that we had a little bit ago. Bananas Foster, any of the banana flavored coffees that we've had. Or we also had a chocolate strawberry crunch ice cream cake coffee. That one would be a great option as well. So you can be creative with this. You can also mix up your fruits. Another one of my favorites is the peach cobbler. So I will freeze some peaches and cold brew some peach cobbler coffee. And it's the same thing. So be creative. You don't have to stick to the same coffee each day. If you're making the same strawberry bananas, if you batch freeze a whole bunch of fruit, you can mix up your coffee. So each day it'll be a little bit different for you. All right, so I've got the coffee here. I've got the peanut butter powder. I've got my frozen strawberries and bananas here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. So my tumbler is a 16 ounce. The ingredients that I'm using, the quantities, are customized for my 16 ounce tumbler. If you've got a larger tumbler and you wanna make more, adjust your quantities as such. If you've got a smaller tumbler, just kind of adjust it a little bit. It's really gonna be a taste preference for you. I also do not add any sugars into my smoothie. If you are using fresh fruit that is very ripe and it's frozen, as it's ripened, then you don't really need the extra sugar. It's going to be sweet on its own. If you're using a frozen fruit that you're getting from the grocery store, like frozen strawberries or something, you may need to add some sugar to that because a lot of times I find that they're pretty tart. I've tried making them with the frozen strawberries before, and I did end up having to add some sugar. If you're using fresh fruit and freezing it yourself though, as long as it's ripe, you shouldn't need any extra sugar. It should be sweet enough on its own. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna start adding everything into my tumbler. I'm gonna add the fruit first. I'm gonna do 1/2 cup strawberries and 1/2 cup of bananas. It doesn't have to be necessarily exact, so I'm gonna kind of do a heaping 1/2 cup here. And I'm gonna do the same for my bananas. Casualty. Oh, the dogs will eat it. Okay, so I've got my 1/2 cup bananas here. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is, your fruit and coffee is gonna be 1 to 1. So I did 1/2 cup and 1/2 cup, so it's gonna be 1 cup. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of coffee. And then I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of creamer. And I thought I got that out. I'll be right back. about that. You can add any milk choice. I like to use coffee creamer because it's a little thicker. If you want to use just regular coffee, if you want to use heavy whip, whatever your preference is. But I'm going to use the French vanilla coffee creamer because that's going to go with the French vanilla coffee. So I'm going to add a half a cup of this. And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the peanut butter powder. 1, 2, 3. Don't mind the dog in the background. All right. So you can see I've maxed it out to the max fill line there. I'm going to go ahead and put my blender top on. And then I'm going to blend this up. It's only going to take a couple of seconds here, and I'll show you the final product. So you can see that consistency going there. This is so good, you guys. You're gonna love this. All right. So I'm gonna show you here. This is what the smoothie consistency is. So you can see that fruit, instead of adding ice and melting that down, you're getting that smoothie consistency because you added the frozen fruit and you didn't have to add any ice in there that's gonna water it down. If you don't have time to freeze your fruit, you can use just fresh fruit and use regular coffee and make coffee cubes. I usually have some frozen coffee cubes in my fridge ready to go. So that way, if I ever do run out of frozen fruit, then I've got the coffee ice cubes and I can go that route. Instead of adding fresh coffee, I'll add the coffee cubes. So if you're running low on coffee and you don't have quite enough for a cup, throw it in the ice cube maker and freeze that up, and then you've got some coffee ice cubes, and that way when it does melt down, you're not diluting it with water, you're just adding some extra coffee into it. All right, but that is the smoothie, guys. This is sweet on its own with the fruit, so it's relatively healthy. You've got the extra protein in there with the peanut butter powder, and really you didn't add anything else. You've got the coffee and then a little bit of creamer. So that's a great way to start your morning. You've got your caffeine, you've got your fresh fruits, and then you've got a little bit of extra protein to keep you full until lunchtime. So that is my breakfast smoothie. Be creative, have fun with it, make your own ideas, your own concoctions, your own recipes, and share them with your customers, because it's just different ways for them to use their coffee, and it's a great way to show the versatileness of our coffees and our products. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like the recipe. Take care.